Today, we are blessed to present one of these insightful lectures entitled *숫타니파타, Dhaniya the Cattleman on Between Master and Disciples, given in English on December 30th, 2019 in Newland Ashram, Taiwan, also known as Formosa.
Hello， 哎，小心 camera， ，hello， OK， 男和尚2位哈，三个，过来，这是你们几位和尚的东西 ，OK， 我叫他们买的，打开看看，一个一样的话，打开看看，给他们看看，那个是给他们一包一包拿走的，一样的哈，真的吗？不过不应该一样的，那大和尚他们那个拖鞋比较大啊。哪一个比较大的？不是都一样 size？ OK， 好了，都是一样颜色，不是吧？Sorry guys, no need, relax, no need。一样啊，差不多哈。啊，那个 ，OK， 拿给我看就好了。我看一下好了啊 ，OK， 哇，还好吧？放在他们后面，等一下看看哪一个适当就转，不适当不转 ，OK 。对不起啦，他们台湾人应该知道和尚是转什么东西呀？啊，中国人不可能说不知道了。越南人也不能说不知道和尚是转什么的，颜色那深一点差一点是还可以，就是这个是演戏用的啊。你们拿出来哪个能用就用，不能用还给他们好吗？哎，对不起了，帮忙一下，我一个人真忙不过来。我刚才想早一点过来，而是又被最后那个电话啊，最后那个文件呢就挡掉了。OK， 挡了一点时间了啊。一个文件不是这样键着走，不是啊，那联系很多东西，要看看对不对等等。OK。How many of you are Westerners? Come here and sit around me. Come here. You don't see me often. Come around, sit in front here, in front there, and in front here. Okay?And when I walk on your shoulders. You carry me. There's some more here. Just joking, my God. You guys can't take a joke? Yeah, you see, I have to be like a general of the army or something. 供养。供养三宝。OK， 你带下去给他们哈，不用动了，不用动，很难走了，现在都会站。供养三宝，供养三宝，佛法圣。然后那个等一下你们处理 OK， 呀，帮忙处理一下，我真的太忙了。OK 了啊。Do you understand what it means by losing worth? Every little thing makes me lose face. Yeah. Makes me yell, makes me angry. It's just provoking like that because of the loss of worth. And even if the protectors are standing around, even if the angels are around, they cannot do anything. The losing of worth made people slander Buddha. The losing of worth made people crucify Jesus. The losing of worth made people persecute Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, for example, or not listening to Guru Nanak or Krishna or whomever in our history of spiritual hierarchy. Do you understand now why the Master has to suffer? Because he has many disciples. The more disciples he has, the less worthy he becomes in the spiritual domain. Meaning other gods cannot help. Angels cannot do anything. He's à la merci of whatever world he stays in. And if it's too much, then of course the Master has to be maybe, crucified like Jesus Christ or Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, for example. If not, then there will be slandering him or her or doing anything at all, just every day provoking trouble. So that the Master looks very bad, loses his face. Looks like an ordinary person, gets angry, yells. There's no respectful type of behavior. These are some of the small examples that you can see. Otherwise, you don't know what it means by losing worth. Otherwise, why do you think the Son of God, Jesus Christ, so mighty, Son of God, had been harassed, chased, hunted, until finally they kill him in such a way which is worse than a criminal? They even forgave one of the criminals at that time, and instead they crucified Jesus in his place. So in case you want to be master of any kind, please think again or be prepared. Anything you see is just a tip of the iceberg. There are more internal and even external that you have no chance to see. Not at all had any chance to be near the Master at that time or those times to witness. Yeah, okay? This is just almost zero. Or in the kitchen or upstairs on the fourth floor before, these are all just very small things that you could even see. Mostly you're not with me. You don't understand. All this is because of the loss of worth, temporarily. But then another batch of disciples comes, and another batch of outsiders comes. Or the Master has to do something for the world, then losing worth again. It's not like it ever can be regained so quickly, or keep it. Except if you don't have disciples anymore, or you don't see them, then it may be less. Less doesn't mean none. It's not only that. For example, if I stay in Europe, other Asian countries will, wish in their hearts to get together, pray that Master comes back to Asia. And when I come back to Asia, don't just leave me alone. It's easy to come and go to see me. No, wishing that I go to Vietnam, wishing I go to China instead. Just because I speak Vietnamese and my body was born there, they think I'm Vietnamese and they want me there, like a possession. Just for the country to be more prosperous or blessed it in some way, just for Vietnam. And then all the Chinese people want me to be there. And because of all this mismatch and selfish wishes, I cannot always stay anywhere stably and safely just to take care of you. To keep moving all the time exhausts me and wastes a lot of my time. I want you to change your mindset Just whatever you wish for me to be alive, at least so that you can come to see me wherever I am. That's the only thing you should wish for. Don't drag me here, pull me there, push me forward, and drag me back. Oh, it's terrible for me every day to have to deal with all this kind of conflicting energy. I have dogs, and I have a lot of things I have to move. If I move, I have to move a lot. And then I have Supreme Master television staff, many things I have to take care of, and business also. So please, please cut it out. Sometimes it's so much conflicting energy against each other. I just want to leave. I just want to go. Disappear completely. And then you won't see me anymore. No matter where, Taiwan or Europe or wherever. Or I will keep changing my place so that you cannot keep wanting this and that or possessing me in a different country. If my destiny is to be in Taiwan, then I stay in Taiwan. You don't force the issue. You don't give me so much pressure. Just because you think I'm Vietnamese or I'm Chinese or even I'm ex-Mongolian or ex-Korean king or whatever. That's the past. Maybe the body I borrow was from Vietnam, but by no means do I belong to the Vietnamese people. That is too square, okay? Too small, too un-Zen, yeah? Too unpractitioners of higher altitude. If you want to really liberate yourself and even your families, your generations, your country, just practice hard, sincerely, for the sake of yourself and for all beings. Do you see I treat my family specially in any way ever? Yes? No. Even my family members. Of course I wanted them to sit here, but they say, never mind, we also disciples. We will sit down there. My sister and niece and nephew, they never want anything special. Did you ever see me sitting them right in front of me at your expense? Yes or no? Ever? No. No. And even last time I could not come out to see you for some sad event I didn't want to tell you about. They came with you and they went home like you. I did not call them to my house or my special place or send a special driver to come and get them to see me especially just because they are my so-called family members. Did you see anything like that? No. No. And I don't take all my hard-earned money to give to them so they have a flashy car or, better houses. Nothing. I bought one house for my parents. That is for sure I did. It was not much, in Vietnam at that time, 30 years ago, very cheap, and has like 4 levels. Yes. And then my brother-in-law wanted to buy another new house for his daughter, and I said, no, you stay together. That's a inheritance from my parents. You should treasure it, and you should stay together to help each other. It's easier when you live together. It's easy to help each other. Do not just divide it. Many people have no house. Yeah? Not even a tent, a roof over their heads. Many refugees have nothing with them when they run. Just their lives, even if they can keep it. You know what the world is like, right? Why don't you compare to the lower income people or the less fortunate people? Why keep comparing to the higher up? Huh? You say you want to follow me, you learn from me, you learn nothing. Huh? You complain about water, about toilets, about everything. I complain about water just because it's dirty, unhygienic for me. And I am not young anymore just to take anything. I protect my body for you. Because I know you want me alive. Oh, don't you? Yes. Yeah. That's for sure. I tell you truly, honest to God, and all the angels around here, that if I die right now, I have no regrets. I don't care about this life to hang on to it. The more I live, the longer I suffer, that's all. Is this very clear to you, or? Yes. I truly live for you, for the world, for the animals, for all beings that suffer, that I have not enough chance and time to save. I want to live longer, as long as possible, until the world is all peaceful and loving and kind to one another. Then I don't care where I go, whatever they do to me, however the karma, treats me. Right now I have to take good care. That's all. And now they want to change my water to the tap water, meaning the community water from the government. They said, it's safer to drink. I said, no, it's okay. Before it wasn't filtered. So I asked for a filter, that's all. Now it's filtered already. Why change now? And now even in retreat, if I survive until now, I continue to survive. And the water is okay for me, I consider that very good. I'm lucky already. In the old times, the Buddha sometimes went out, didn't have good water to drink, not filtered water. They have to use chasa, their clothes, a corner of their big robe, big blanket to filter the water and drink. I am very lucky already. I am really grateful in my heart. Every little thing I have, I'm grateful. I earn money by my own means. Okay, I could have a palace. I could have at least a decent house, but I have never asked to build anything for me except some already existing house, and I sometimes bought it for the disciples. And then later it's too small, I will buy a bigger one. It's for everybody to use. I could have asked to build me some castle, smaller castle or something, long ago. I did not. I'm not happy even if I live in any luxurious house. I was very happy to live in the cave. Until they told me, Master, it's 21st century, you don't live in the cave anymore. I said, what's wrong with the cave? Very nice. But then they asked people to come and check, and the cave is corroded. It could collapse any time. So because of safety, I moved out, truly, reluctantly. I made the cave cozy with a beautiful double tent, and I have everything I need. I didn't even need the table because they make like stone table in there. That's perfect. When I first saw the cave, I was in love with it immediately. I couldn't wait until next morning to move. I moved right at midnight after group meditation. Yeah, I would love that cave, honestly. And I love the Spanish cave, and I love the cave in Sihu. I love all the simple things, simple life that I have. But to do what I do, I have to forsake the luxury of a simple life. That's, yeah, that's ironic, but that's why it is. For me, to have a simple life is a luxury, yes. You know why I respect the monks so much? Because of their ideal, okay? To live a simple life, unwanting many things in life, okay? And also because I look upon them as the life I wanted to have. I like to see them, at least to think that, oh, that's a wonderful life. Truly, I like it like that. I want it simple. No, I can't. It's okay. It's not the worst thing to do. Of course, yeah, but truly I would have loved to be free, more free, live a simple life like them, couple pair of clothes, go anywhere, anytime, depend only on heavens, with not a care in the world. When you're tired, you sleep. When you're hungry, you eat. Everything is illusion anyway. What for you want this, want that? And what's the use anyway? And I'm old now. I know even better to know that you take nothing with you. Okay? It's just that I have to do what I have to do. And like it or not, I still have to do it. Yeah. All of us, I don't mean I am the only one who has trouble. You also have your troubles. Yeah, sometimes you wish to be here, to just meditate with Master, eat some simple food the ashram provides so that you can advance more in your spiritual practice or whatever your dream is. But then you have to go back to your job, your family, your children, yeah, and the expected community, yeah. And that is also your pain. But we can't have everything in this life. I accept my lot. But I like the monk's life. Not necessarily they have to wear the monk's dress. It's just a symbol of freedom. This is all I can afford, okay? If we build more, of course we can. But then we will cut many, many hundreds, thousands of trees and plants and disturb a lot of animals. Nowadays, everywhere is already empty of trees and plants and greenery and natural already. If we continue, I'd rather change the retreat to a warmer season, yes. And then we just sit in the open air. You bring your tent. In case if it rains, you just quickly run there and zip up. And then you're safe. Nowadays, it's so convenient. Think of the Buddha. He sat under the Bodhi tree, at least for 40-some days. Then he got enlightenment. You sit under the roof for 40,000 years, maybe not. Huh? Think of Lord Mahavira, yeah? I wanted to read you some from the Tripitaka, Buddhist sutra, some of them, yeah? Tripitaka is big, big, big. I cannot read it all to all, and it is not always necessary. But there's always something going on, and I have to pour out my calendar like that. By the way, I want to help advertising for that company, for the printer company, the publisher, okay, is in India. Actually, it's a good merit for them if I read them free for you, but in the legal sense, yeah, I might incur some debt or karma. And so I will make it up to them. I advertise their publication name, Sunny Publications. They have many other books, okay? Because Sunny, S like sunny, A like apple, H like hotel, hotel, N like November, I like international, okay? Huh? Sunny Publications, yes. They have many other books, okay? Very interesting. So if you want to buy something from them, you can order, huh? And that's very good for them. Or email even. Oh. The book has many misspellings and misarrangements, but they have email, okay? I thought it was, long time ago. Remember, I have to correct. And I have to read for a long time in order to guess what they meant. I did guess right. Email Sunny at sunnypublications.com. Okay? So, actually, for television, depends on what television. You just advertise for a few seconds. You have to pay a lot. So I guess I paid that debt already. But I will donate something. In India, they don't earn a lot of money. I don't know if many people would buy this book. So I will donate some money, okay? Yes. Help me, FG, to send them about 12,000 US dollars. Is that enough, brother, sister? Enough? More than enough?
Yes.
Or you say more or more than enough?
It's more than enough, Master.
Okay.
Yeah, it's great money
For
India.
Shukranji. Shukran.
Shukriya.
Shukriyan. Very good. Say hello to your husband, huh?
Sure, Master.
He's a good boy. You both have no problem anymore, right?
No, Master.
Say hello
no.
to your master, your previous master, or your still present master, okay? Once a master, always a master.
No,
He-
Master, you are our present Master.
Yes.
Forever.
Don't
forever.
mind, don't mind. Don't mind. Just say hello to him when
Yeah.
you have chance to talk to him.
Actually, he wants to come and see you, Master. He asked us last time when we visited
You want to
India.
see me?
Yes, Master.
Wow,
He wants
please,
to come.
welcome.
He wants to come and meet.
Anytime, we will treat him like a king if he comes.
Oh,
And he
thank
can
you,
talk
Master.
here in my assembly
Okay.
and teach them something. Because he has been teaching you and made you good disciples. I am in debt to him. Tell him I am Sukren Ji, Master Ji. Okay?
Thank you, Master.
Yes. It's not him who made trouble, it's the gods, the
Yeah.
lower gods who think you should not go any higher. So after you reconcile with them, they let you free. Okay?
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you. Master.
We have a problem because if we leave kindergarten, the kindergarten teacher, we should not look down upon them. We should always thank and remember them. Remember, I had a teacher when I was in primary school, and I always treated him like he was still my teacher.
Yes.
Not spiritually even, yeah?
Yes.
He passed away already, bless his soul, he's in New Land. Bravo. He was so good. So humble. He treated me like a master then, after initiation. But I still treat him like a teacher. We're both very polite. So now you know, huh? Because there are more things behind those stories. I told you there are more things, okay? More things. But because I read that, the last story I read that is forbidden to transmit or to copy, or so I stop it. So if you want to read more of that, please buy this book, okay? Yeah. Called The God of Peace, Lord Mahavira. Bahut? Bahut acha. ठीक है? ठीक है? ठीक है? ठीक है. I know some Indian Hindu, but I didn't live there long enough, didn't have enough time. I was busy helping the masters. And everybody speaks English there, you know, international ashram, just like here. Had no time to learn. I knew some, I forgot. I knew some Sanskrit, I also forgot. Yeah, all we need is English. English is all we need. It's easy to learn, easy to speak, easy to understand, huh? Okay. Next time we will reserve the VIP house for the monks and the nuns, so you'll be more warm and comfortable. It's just I'm too busy to think about all the conveniences that you don't have, you know. In the temple is more comfortable, of course. Whatever temples in Taiwan or Korea nowadays is a kind of modern, very comfortable, yes. You don't think the monks and nuns have money because they come here. No, maybe that's all they have. Because I knew before, you know. I knew before. They expect that if I travel from Germany to Taiwan, I must have had money, but that was all I had. They put me in a hotel and I paid with my last money. Afterwards, Vietnamese temple, you know, Master Thich, he took me in, yeah. They sent me there, so he had no choice anyway. Here I was already at the doorsteps. He was very kind, bless his soul. I help him, don't worry, yeah. I repay him more than you can imagine, huh? Okay. And then later I stayed at the Chinese temple. They all wanted me. Many Chinese temples, Taiwanese temples wanted me to stay with them. But I already stayed at the Vietnamese temple, so I came back. And later I went to America, stayed with a Chinese master, teacher, monk. Okay. You want to hear something from the Tripitaka? Yes. Yeah. This is from the Sutta Nipāta. Okay? There are many, and in order to read to you, I sometimes have to scan the whole book to see which one is suitable for your wisdom before I dare to show it. Okay, this is a very interesting. So many things here are interesting, but there's some interesting things. Yeah, okay, easy to listen to, easy to digest. Huh? Okay, huh? Yeah, it's not something very profound or hard to understand, since you always love only bedtime stories anyway. And I'm finished with Lord Mahavira stories and other Buddhist stories, so I found something interesting in Nipāta. Okay, the monks and nuns maybe know already, so I ask your permission to show off my very little knowledge about Buddhism in front of these ignoramus. Joking. You're wise. Wise, compassionate, good, beautiful. Yeah, there are the comparisons between the Buddha and a lay person. This lay person is a Cattleman, you know, the rancher. We call it nowadays rancher. I don't know how this conversation or this comparison came about. It just recorded in here and translated into English. This one allows you to read or copy or do whatever. It's typical Buddhist sutra. Thanks to Bhikkhu Thanisaro. The real name is Jeffrey de Graaf. I will try to find out if he's still with us and we make an offering. You guys help me, okay, if I forget. I've already read the name of the publication and the Bhikkhu. Help me to make an offering to them, okay, huh? Yeah. Help me with $10,000 for the Bhikkhu. Oh, he's probably still alive because here's a copyright, Thanisaro Bhikkhu, 2016. So it's new. It's new. We thank him, yes, for his benevolent deed, taking his time to translate into English and print it for us to enjoy and to benefit the multitude. May the Buddhas bless you and keep you in Nirvana forever. Unless you want to come back and play with us, the ignoramus. Ignorant beings. I read it and I have picked some here for you. I marked it. Yeah. I cannot read all of this now, but maybe another time, okay? Whenever we can. Now, this is a comparison between the Buddha and the Cattleman, the rancher. It's not explained here how this comparison came about. Maybe just at random, some monks just thinking that why you have to be a monk? What's the difference between the Buddha and any ordinary person? And they picked a cattleman, a man who has a herd of cows or oxen to take care of them, to use them to till the land, and to use them to make a living for himself, of course. So here the verse is to compare the two of them. The word enlightened one, word honored one, and the cattleman. Okay. Now, this is a comparison between the Buddha and the cattleman, the rancher. It's not explained here how this comparison came about. Maybe just at random, some monks just thinking that why you have to be a monk? What's the difference between the Buddha and any ordinary person? And they picked a cattleman, a man who has a herd of cows or oxen to take care of them, to use them to till the land, and to use them to make a living for himself, of course. So here the verse is to compare the two of them. The word enlightened one, word honored one, and the cattleman. Okay. First, the cattleman, as if they were speaking with each other, like a conversation. Like the cattleman says something, and the Buddha says something else, like opposing it. Yeah. How many of you know this? Nipāta, Cattleman and Buddha. How many of you nuns and monks know? Did you have time to read this? No? Yes or no? No, no time. Oh, it's a lot. Okay. No? No? No. Okay. I also know. First time I read this. I read many other sutras, those easy ones. Lotus Sutra, Amitabha Buddha, Medicine Buddha Sutra, Diamond Sutra, blah, 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 but not this. In Vietnam, we don't always have the chance to get hold of too many sutras. Maybe they have some in this temple and some in that temple. Yes. And in the Western world, it's even less now. But some of the saintly people, like this Bhikkhu, Thanisaro, they took their time, with the best interests of other beings at heart, to translate, and sometimes explaining a little meaning here and there. So we definitely are very grateful to the great Bhikkhu. Okay. Actually, recently I asked them to collect more of the Tripitaka for me. So they send them from I don't know where, different countries in a box. And I also don't always have time, thanks to you, to read. I just read in between my... It's bad. When you read the sutra, you have to read in front of the Buddha or quietly sit down, But I had to read it sometimes between my sandwich. When else would I have time? Between my spoon of soup. I keep reading it, just to select them for you. Yes. So now the first in conversation is Dhaniya, the cattleman. He could pick up any name, doesn't matter. Maybe Johnny Smith, from Texas. Or Scotland or wherever, But it happened to be maybe in India. So the name is Dhaniya. The cattleman is his position. He has a lot of cattle. He raises cows to have milk, to graze the field for him and till the land. Before, that's all we had. We have oxen, we have cows to till the land, to plow the land in order to sow the seeds and make food and vegetables and grains. Now, Dhaniya said about his proud position, Of course he's proud, he's independent. He has everything he needs, a lot of cattle. And cattle, they give birth to more cattle. Therefore, they become more and more prosperous due to that. People sometimes, they raise animals just to multiply them, like sheep or whatever. They do that, yes. But in those days, no matter how many you raise, it could not be more than 100, or 200. And they go out in the fields to graze, Not like in our modern civilized time, you cook up in a small little pen and cannot even move around. And force them to give milk or have babies until they could stand no more and even have broken bones and stomachs falling out. Oh, God. I am sure many people who eat meat and drink milk or things, they do not know this. Otherwise, they would not want to. That's why it's our duty to spread the news, tell them to watch Cowspiracy, Earthlings, Dominion, these kinds of films to awaken their compassion and tell the truth, okay? So they know the truth. They will stop it. And that's how people are more and more vegan nowadays, because they are exposed more and more to the truth. They're truly poor people. They know nothing. This is a work of the Maya, to make people know nothing. And then they commit sin and then torture them. Like yesterday, your sister say she went to hell and saw some of the hell punishments, like people who eat meat or anything to do with meat, they will be ground, just like the way the beef is ground on our land, with a big machine coming from nowhere. You remember yesterday? These are the true things. Actually, it's not just her who knows about hell. Aren't you glad you're vegan now? Thank your master, no? No, thanks to all the masters who told you this, and you didn't listen until I came along. I say the same thing. I didn't say anything new, but you changed, and you didn't listen to the Buddha. Buddha also taught you to be vegan, make peace. No? Jesus taught the same. All masters taught the same. And why did you have to wait for me to come spoon feed you? And say, oh, correct, master. We vegan. Go be vegan now. Sorry, it's a calendar comes out by itself. Otherwise, I could read very fast again. I finished. And then I could go. It's just my destiny. I have to come talk to you. Before, I talked very little, very shy. Didn't say anything. One time when I was a very little girl, in a primary school, because I was a good student, excellent student, top of the class, Yeah. So there's one American or English, I can't remember. He spoke English anyway, came to visit our school. Yeah. Sometimes the director from the education department also came to visit us. They visit different schools, they do that. And then that day, one of the directors of the education department came to visit us and brought along one English-speaking Westerner. Yeah. And he came and asked me, how are you? I understood nothing, of course. But then the director translated. It's for me. I didn't even answer anything. I was too shell-shocked. Who is this guy? I never saw this kind of man before. All I saw in my district was just cows, the cow herds, farmers, my parents, my sister. I never saw a Westerner before. So I was just shocked and just standing there, saying nothing. Didn't answer at all. And they kept repeating again, didn't answer at all. Well, that's shy, okay? So shy, so shy. But I was always taken out of my shell to be introduced and even lent to another school to sing for that school, as if nobody else in the world knew how to sing. Oh, terrible. Yeah, I didn't sing all that well. I don't know why they keep borrowing me. Yeah. And I sing all right, but if you ask me anything, I didn't know how to answer. Yeah. No, so shy, And also, after being married, I never spoke much. Yeah. I told you already, I sat there listening to my ex's conversation with everybody else, and I wish I could speak some part like that. Not the whole thing, maybe, but a little part. I just could not say anything. I didn't know what to say. Yeah. And sometimes when I'm wrongly accused, I also don't know how to clear my name. I just take it. Even when I was in an ashram in India already and got some tiny enlightenment already. There was one time we were sitting, eating breakfast. Rarely that I could have some. Because sometimes they ate a lot, they eat all of it. When I came, it was done, It's only something they didn't like left over, maybe a little bit of salad or some uncooked bread or something. Half-baked chapati or what. So we were eating somehow. That day I was lucky, the cook was there and there were two Westerners with me. One was working together with me to help the master in that ashram, and another one was visiting disciples, of course, and we were sitting there and eating some chapati. Oh, it was delicious, always delicious. I was always hungry. When you have no responsibility, you are only a disciple, everything tastes delicious. And now even if they cook chapati for me, it doesn't taste the same anymore. Maybe the flour, or maybe who cooked it, or maybe I'm too full of other things in my head, and it goes to my stomach also, so it doesn't feel that tasty anymore. So we were sitting together and eating chapati, and it happened to be these potato-filled chapatis. Very tasty. Oh, lovely. At that time, now you cook for me, don't worry, I don't taste much. And then I ate only one. And the other colleague, spiritual colleague, ate one. And there were two left. And the visitor, he helped himself, He finished all to clean the plate for us. And then I don't know if my colleague saw it or not, if he want to clean a confession out of the visitor or not. He blamed me. He said, you're so small, but you eat a lot, huh? The last one you ate, huh? And I didn't know how to defend myself. I could have said, no, I didn't, but I didn't say anything. And in my mind, I was thinking, I don't want to embarrass the visitor. So I kept quiet. Zip. Yes. That's another time. In India and in New York, I was staying in a temple. I don't know if I told you all this before. Maybe I did. Pretend you didn't hear. I forgot. Forgive the old woman's memory. So one time, there was another female who lived in that temple at that time. She was a former nun from another temple, and then she disrobed herself and she came and stayed in this temple with me, with the master, of course. And then she sometimes cooked for us and etc., etc. And one time she did something wrong, very wrong. And the master thought it was me because I was supposed to do that work. I don't remember what. But he blamed me for that. And he kind of remonstrated me. And I said nothing. I knew it's her. And she sat next to me. But I said nothing. I always worried that the other would get too embarrassed. Because I knew I didn't do it. So I felt good enough already. Why would I have to make the other feel bad? I wouldn't have felt any better. I already knew I didn't do it. So in my heart, I was clear and happy. So it didn't matter. Why would I have to make another person feel bad? Because that would make me feel better than I already do. That's the reason. In my conscious mind, I think like that. It was not the first time, and many other times like that, and I'm happy to take the blame. I don't really care. Because in your heart, you know you didn't do it. It's not like a life and death matter or something. But if it was for somebody else, I'd be too outspoken. Like in the temple, they have a flat board like that, and they smear some sticky kind of chemical. So all the cockroaches would be just hanging there by the back or the leg and could not move. Oh, I feel so bad, so bad. So I scolded the whole temple, including the abbot, the so-called master. And they could not say anything. First they said, it's just a little bit, it's not killing. I said, talking about a little bit, how about sex, huh? Just a little bit of sex. Is it okay for you monks? And then, of course, they could not say anything. It's so quick. I was so quick and so sharp. Maybe I ate too much chili that day. Too sharp. So later the master, abbot said, oh, she's right. We won't do that again. I say, imagine it's you. Glue yourself to something and you cannot do anything. Oh, I was so mad. Because I feel so pained looking at that. Just imagine it's you, then you know what it is. Anything, just imagine it's you, then you know what to do. No need for anybody to teach you anything, right? Even a little insect, a little cockroach, they feel. They're stuck there, helpless. When it's for somebody else or some other being, I'm outright outspoken and fearless. But when it's for myself, I just sit there. I sometimes wonder why also. why I was so courageous in some cases and so meek on many other occasions. I wonder myself. Oh my God, my calendar. Yeah. Now, we really have to go back to India, okay? So the Cattleman, he was very proud of what he had and his possessions and his ability to be independent, to take care of himself and his family. Of course, man's pride is there, right? Yeah. I sometimes wonder why also, why I was so courageous in some cases and so meek on many other occasions. I wonder myself. Oh my God, my calendar. Yeah. Now, we really have to go back to India, okay? So the Cattleman, he was very proud of what he had and his possessions and his ability to be independent, to take care of himself and his family. Of course, man's pride is there, right? Yeah. He said this verse, the rice is cooked, my milking's done. I live with my people along the banks of the Mahi, out one of the rivers, I guess, yeah. My hut is roofed, my fire lit. So if you want rain God, go ahead and rain. Meaning he feels so safe in his mundane achievements. He has everything he needs and security, yeah? So that he proudly proclaimed that even if rain comes, he's not afraid. Go ahead and rain. Yeah, even challenging the rain god. It could even be wind god or, thunder god or typhoon god, whatever. Yeah, meaning he is too strong, too safe, too secure to worry about it. And now, the Buddha. The Buddha said no. They just said the Buddha and his column, yeah. Free from anger. My rigidity gone. I lived for one night along the banks of the Mahi. My hut's roof is open. My fire out. No more fire. So if you want rain God, go ahead and rain. You see the difference between an enlightened one and the normal thinking people. For the normal people, they think, okay, I need a safe house with a roof. I need my cattle, I need my wife, I need my children, I need my servant or whatnot, huh? He has everything, yeah. To feel safe. Of course, in this world you need to protect yourself from the elements. And of course, that's rightly so. But to be proud of it, the way he talked, it implies some little arrogance to me, yeah? Ego, like, look at me, huh? I am so good, huh? I have got everything, yes. I know how to protect myself and my family and everything in this world. I am tough, okay? But the Buddha has the opposite. He has nothing. Even his hut, if he even had any hut, a roof, no roof. Maybe he meant he had no roof at all because there was no roof. So what kind of hut that has no roof? Meaning he just sat in the open air, like he sat under the Bodhi tree, for example, yeah? And then my rigidity gone. Means he's very flexible now, yeah. He got rid of all the concepts and all the prejudices and all the things that people cling to feel safe and sound. He needed nothing of that. They were all gone. Got rid of them all. Now he was so free. At the moment, we still cling on to something we like or not like, or prefer this, or must have this, or must have that. Then we are still in the frame, yeah, of Maya, in the control of Maya. Buddha has nothing. All his concepts, prejudice is gone. So he was just free, very supple, very soft, very free, very just flowing. He lived for one night, meaning you never know what's tomorrow. He didn't care. To live for one night doesn't mean Buddha is dying tomorrow. Today your ego is lower, I can see that. Yes. No, actually, yes, it helps. You have less ego. You can concentrate better. Yeah? Sometimes I find that whenever I praise somebody, like I appreciate their work, in my sincerity, I thank them. And the next day they mess up. Oh, Master knows my worth. I am somebody. Even the Master praised me. Imagine, he wants to even broadcast on SMTV even. Then he messed it up, yeah? So it's like maybe in the kitchen, that's why they mess up, you know? The sister who want to give me food, she crawl all over on top of my food, yeah, and my computer where I was working even, just to put food on the other side. Because the other side was empty, yeah. So I say, go to the other side, go on the other side. And instead of go behind me or go behind the divider through the kitchen to go out, there is a way to go out. Everybody can go on both sides to serve the people, because a lot of people, when they go on both sides to serve, not just one side. She didn't go. We didn't have enough room. At that time, I think there was a Vietnamese people, right? Vietnamese that day, right? Maybe Vietnamese or maybe Chinese elderly, yeah. And we have no room. Some people had to be turned out. So I told all the hufas to come sit around me. Just bring a small chair, sit around me, so other people can come in to sit with me, to sit in the kitchen. So instead of going around behind me to go to the other side, she went behind other hufas and told them, move. She went in front of all the nuns and moved all the chairs of the hufas. Tried to thread her way in to go to the other side right in front of me, in front of all the nuns, and in front of the monks as well. She just had to have her way. Okay, I go to the other side, but you watch where I'm going. All the hufa had to move and click, crack, all the chairs and the nuns right in front of their food and everything. And just to put a spoon on my table, watch. The spoon, okay? She forgot the spoon or something, so she brought a new spoon. Then she put it there, okay, for example, on the table. And then she didn't like it, she put it there, and still didn't like it, move it, put it there, and still didn't like it, move it down there. I say, just go, please. Leave it and go. Really. I don't know if the Buddha had more patience, I don't. They eat it up every day, my patience. Everybody eats a little bit, and then my patient becomes like a skeleton. You understand? Good that I wear this kind of clothes. People think I am no good anyway, so nobody criticizes too much anymore. If I wear this kind of clothes, I better behave, you know. And monks and nuns all behave, can't talk, can't move, cannot do anything. Even if you didn't do anything like the Buddha, just sat there, went begging for food only, they still criticized and wanted to kill him. And Jesus didn't do anything harmful to anybody. They still wanted to kill him, etc., etc. Many other masters same. Telling you, this world is scary. Lucky that you're going with me. Who else would protect you here, right? Even the law, sometimes they make it wrong. Misunderstandings, prejudice. Yes. There was a man in America. He sued the court or sued the legal system because they were prejudiced against him because of his name. His name was Rob Bank. Yeah, Robert. Mr. Bank. Robert, and they sometimes say Rob, yeah? And his name was Rob Bank. They judge him, yeah? Pass the wrong sentence, or prejudice sentence, yes. What a name, huh? Couldn't you find a better name for the kid? Poor kid. It should have blamed the parents, you know? They're so Billions of names, why give him such a name, a combination? Poor thing. It's a true story, no? Oh, now, to live for one night doesn't mean the Buddha thinks that he will die tomorrow. Why does he say that? I live for one night. Could anybody explain to me? It's a time for the exam.
He's living in the present moment.
It's true, yes. Meaning you live your best as if you are dying tomorrow. That's why I always tell you, whatever you do give it your all. Do your best. As if it's the first thing that you ever have the honor to do, the most honorable and the first thing ever you get a chance to do, and as if it's the last thing you ever can. That is what it is. Yes. So the Buddha said, I live for one night. I love this sentence. You live for one night? Maybe you do with your children, your husband, your wives, your girlfriend, boyfriend. Don't think you should. So after this you go home, huh? Live again, huh? I like that very much. Along the banks of the Mahi, meaning he had nothing. So that means when he say my roof is open, it means he lived in the open air, just on the bank of the river. Nothing at all, no roof, no walls, no hut. So he say my hut's roof is open, my fire out. He doesn't even have fire to warm himself. Maybe he had some before, but it's out by now. So he say rain God, if you want to rain, just rain. He couldn't care less, not afraid. This is a kind of fearless life, you understand? Fearless life. Many yogis live like that in India still, with this kind of spirit, fearless, spiritual yogis, truly like that. Yes. One master, I forgot his name. He's written one book about his life. He's not like a monk or anything, but he was all for spiritual practice. I read his book. I just forgot his name. Anyway, it couldn't be his real name. You understand, like Swami this and that, or Baba this, or Babu this. Yeah, the reverent name. People, the disciples give it to him. And I don't think he's the one who wrote the book. They just wrote it after he told them in discourses, and then they even credited it to his name. Say, spoken by Master so-and-so, written by Master so-and-so, and edited by Master and-so. They just offered their work to the Master. Doesn't mean the Master has written that book or printed that book. It could be in some cases, but not this case. The tone of the book is not like a master because it sounds like too proud. So the disciples wrote it, and because they respect the master, they put a pinch of, worthy reverence in it. Yeah, as usual. So now the Cattleman say again, no mosquitoes or gadflies are to be found. Well, his house is very safe. Wait a minute. The cows range in the marshy meadow where the grasses flourish. Means his cows also are in a safe place. There's a lot of grasses that grow very lushly and tall. So everything is perfect. Anyway, even no mosquitoes there. He lives in a safe place. Maybe a cooler place. So they don't even disturb the cows. The cows are munching their grass in the lush meadow even. How more perfect can it be? The grasses flourish even. It's nice poetry, eh? We will never hear anybody writing like the grasses flourish, eh? Very poetic. They could stand the rain if it came. Yeah. The cows are not worried about the rain because they're eating well. Yeah. So if you want rain God, go ahead and rain. Challenging. Meaning if you're just too safe, too confident, just like you guys always. Master takes care. Master knows everything. Master does everything for me, no problem. What a life, huh? Yeah, good luck. Why is that? Huh? Why is it that you take in your money by yourself? You cook the food and eat by yourself. Eh? And you have your beloved husband or wife with you by yourself. But anything hard, Master will do it. Huh? Why? Did you pay me any money? Huh? No. Some people go to the extreme. Master, wake me up in the morning. On time. Master, my car has no more gasoline. Please fill it. Now. Yeah, it's the true story. No, you heard it over the years. Yeah? As if they're disabled or something. You are my disciple, not disabled. Oh, dear God. What kind of master who does everything? Huh? So, now the Buddha. The Buddha said, a raft well made has been lashed together. Having crossed over, gone to the far shore, I have subdued the flood. No need for a raft is to be found. It just talk in parable, in riddle. A raft well made, meaning he has a spiritual method to practice so that he can cross over the sea of existence. So gone to the far shore doesn't mean only the river shore or the seashore. I have subdued the flood inside you, or the passion, or the emotion, or the mental gymnast, or the desire, that is not conducive to your upliftment. He has subdued them all. So no need for a raft is to be found. He doesn't even need it. Or maybe he has it, he crossed over already, and now he's free. He doesn't even need to practice. He doesn't need any method. It's just natural. It becomes natural to him, like sitting, sleeping, eating, working, resting is all Zen. So you can see the worldly people, they rely on so many things in order to feel secure and safe, and they think that is the best thing. But that's not forever. It should be like the Buddha, until he needs no more raft even, and still feel safe. Now, next one is the Cattleman. This is very simple. So even if I don't pull out my calendar, you understood everything, yeah? Yes. Good. The Buddha says, so if you want to rain, rain God, go ahead and rain. You remember? Wow. How do you remember such things? 5 names take so long to remember. The 7 gifts, can you please do it again? Repeat again? So the Cattleman Dhaniya saying something like, my wife is composed, not wanton, is charming, has lived with me long. I hear no evil about her at all. So if you want rain God, go ahead and rain. He even had a good relationship with his wife. That's all men want, right? Have a house, a roof house, and a wife who is a good wife, faithful wife, and nobody talks bad about her even, so it doesn't matter if it rains or shine or thunder, meaning he feels so snug in his little life. Wow. He thinks the death will not come, perhaps. He will not think there are any accidents that will befall him, perhaps. Maybe he doesn't know what tomorrow brings. Yeah, so he thinks he's safe all the time. Life is not like that. Yes. If he doesn't practice, he could be in for a big surprise sometimes, like many people in this world, not prepared for that. No matter how much of insurance you have, when the angel of accident comes, nobody is there to insure you immediately. Maybe you can take some money later after you die or are crippled, but it won't be useful for you at the time of the accident when you have pain and you fear and you're helpless and nobody will help you. And even if your wife, maybe she's with you now, she might not be with you tomorrow due to life. Unexpected events that are always happening to you, yourself, and your loved ones or non-loved ones. Anyone can always have some trouble anytime. But he feels safe, just with some cattle and some, a little roof on his life and his little wife, and he feels okay. Rain God is just a symbol for rainy days, the day that you don't expect some trouble, but he has it all covered, he thinks. And the most fearful situation for all men and women is that his wife or her husband betrays them. Husband or wife betrays them. So even his wife is good, so what more does he want? Everything is perfect. He's all snug, feel safe, all covered. And he thinks he's going to be like that all his life. Might be, maybe not. So the Buddha doesn't rely on any of that anymore at all whatsoever. So he said, my mind is composed. Instead of the wife is composed, the other, himself. The Buddha say, my mind is composed, released, has long been nurtured, well tamed. No evil is to be found in me. So if you want rain God, go ahead and rain. The thing is, his mind is already all empty of anything that could entangle you in this world, attract you or catch you or make you imprisoned. So his mind is already released even, not just composed, and has long been nurtured in a good way, well tamed, because we nurture in higher lofty ideals and spiritual nourishment. So it's all well tamed now. So no evil, he looks inside and he finds no evil within himself. So he doesn't care whatever happens, what disaster or not, safe or not safe. The Buddha feels secure all the time in his own spiritual wisdom and purity. The thing is, this man with the cattle, the cowboy, he looks to others instead of looking to himself for security and truth, safety and wisdom and peace. He looks to others. He looks, here his cattle are grazing in a big good meadow. His that is all well and rainproof. His wife is good and virtuous, so he feels happy. But the Buddha is the opposite. He looks within himself instead. That's the place where you should look. Because if tomorrow his wife leaves him, then whom would he look to see the virtues? And if the cattle was dead or something happened, some disaster, some sickness, dead, then how could he feel that everything's okay in the meadow, nothing anymore, no cows anymore? And what if the drought comes? There's no grass in the meadows, no water. What if something befalls him and his fortune so that he has no money to repair his roof, or even he has to be forced to be out of his house? Then where would he look to for security and safety? Everything is transient in this world, as you know very well. Many people, very rich and famous, suddenly everything is gone for some reason, or disaster befalls them. We can see nowadays plenty, disaster, and a lot of houses kaput in no time, and people lose everything, including their loved ones that they were so happy with. So the wise thing is to be like the Buddha. Look within yourself and rely only on yourself because you have the Buddha inside. That is a person you should look to and rely on and be happy in his company. Your Buddha nature inside. Do not look to the other person. Yeah. Wow, you just wake up or what? I saw so much and now you clap? Why so late? Okay. You just sit there and what? Did you listen? Did you listen to what I said? And you can hear, right? Yes. Yeah, because sometimes the microphone or the voice echoes, huh? And you can't hear very well. But never mind, we have Supreme Master Television. You can always rely on that. At least, huh? So, of course, we can rely on Buddha for the blessing, yes? And for anything that you think the Buddha might help you with, or Jesus Christ might help you, or your Master might bless you with. But you have all this in you as well. So look for it, develop it. You know, lift it up, look at it. Yeah, now you overdo it. I haven't even finished the sentence. It's good. Good for my ego, thank you. If I had any ego left, you'd be frightened, gone away already. So you understood up to now, right? Yes. So no evil is found in me. That's where you should arrive. Like when you can proclaim to yourself. No need to proclaim in front of everybody or friends or family, nothing. When you can look inside and proclaim to yourself that I found no evil within me, then you are Buddha, okay? So no need for anybody to certify it, give you a certificate, like a doctor degree or something. It's a 5th day already, right? Oh, 7 day or today? 7 day? No. Is the last day today? Oh yeah, of course, it's the 30th. I forgot. Oh, so you see the difference, huh? My eyes are dry, huh? So the rain god didn't rain, huh? And very little, huh? It's ready. We don't care. My roof is is fixed. My wife is very good. Very virtuous. I don't have one, so no problem with the wife at all. When you sit under here, you can say, I have no fear. The rain god can rain. If you sit in the middle of the desert or jungle like the Buddha, or under the tree in the desert like Jesus Christ, then I don't know what you say. Probably you wouldn't say, rain, go ahead, rain. Rain, if you rain, you want to rain, you rain or not. Yeah? Or if it's a storm in the desert, you have desert storm. You cannot say, oh, stormy God, you can storm. No, you will be buried under. And before that, your eyes and everything will be, oh, terrible. Not like Lord Mahavira, he could withstand it. Probably it was in symbolic, or maybe not the outside, but the inside. Because sometimes like the master suffers, you don't see. So it could be like invisible sandstorm or other kind of attack, maybe also in the astral level. So maybe the Lord Mahavira saw it, or other people nearby could see it. But it could be not physical. Yeah. But still, that doesn't mean anything good, huh? Yeah. Sometimes it's even worse if it's invisible. Just like some people, some witchcraft, they use an invisible knife to kill people. And the person doesn't see any knife around him or in his body, but is suffering a lot. Some wicked black magicians, yeah. The Cattleman continued, huh? He said, I support myself on my earnings. My sons live in harmony, free from disease. I hear no evil about them at all. So if you want rain god, go ahead and rain. Yes. Wow, it's a perfect life, huh? To be honest, in this world, the life he has is perfect, 100%. His wife is good, there's no no trouble from her so that any other people can come and blame him or make trouble for him. His sons also live peacefully with everyone and with each other. So he truly has no problem in this life. Yes. And even the sons have no problem with anybody outside the family even. So it's all perfect, yeah? It seems perfect. But listen to more perfection, a more perfect life. The Buddha, I am in no one's employ. He has no boss. Yeah? I wander the whole world, like the monks. Yeah. On the reward of my awakening, no need for earnings is to be found. So if you want rain God, go ahead and rain. You know everything, right? What for do I keep saying anything? You see, one relies on every material thing that he can earn and keep to make him feel safe and proud and, secure. One relies on nothing, absolutely nothing. He didn't even earn any money. He has no boss. He has complete freedom. Yeah. So he wandered around anywhere he wanted to. And he earned the reward, his upkeep, by his awakening. Yes. And no need for earnings is to be found. No need to ask him how much he earns a month. No need for paying taxes or anything. Truly, this is really a beautiful life. When I wasn't a master yet, I had very little money from my working before, Not many years, but in Germany, in Europe, you can take out your pension in advance. And I even took that and offered it to some masters, or any ashram where I might stay. The Buddha, I am in no one's employ. He has no boss. Yeah? I wander the whole world, like the monks. Yeah. On the reward of my awakening, no need for earnings is to be found. So if you want rain God, go ahead and rain. You know everything, right? What for do I keep saying anything? You see, one relies on every material thing that he can earn and keep to make him feel safe and proud and, secure. One relies on nothing, absolutely nothing. He didn't even earn any money. He has no boss. He has complete freedom. Yeah. So he wandered around anywhere he wanted to. And he earned the reward, his upkeep, by his awakening. Yes. And no need for earnings is to be found. No need to ask him how much he earns a month. No need for paying taxes or anything. Truly, this is really a beautiful life. When I wasn't a master yet, I had very little money from my working before, Not many years, but in Germany, in Europe, you can take out your pension in advance. And I even took that and offered it to some masters, or any ashram where I might stay. And one time I had almost nothing. But you don't feel this heavy burden, You don't worry about the tax payments. You don't worry about if your building here or your ashram is legal or not. You don't need to worry about paying for employees or buying this and that, nothing. At that time, I was happier than now. Oh, of course, I'm happy now in different ways, I'm happy that I'm blessed to be able to remind some people to live a virtuous life and to save lives apart from their own, to save them from suffering, from hell and retribution in this lifetime, and save some animals' lives, yeah, and save maybe the planet, yes. I'm happy, of course, it's a different happiness. It's a bigger happiness, yeah, it's more satisfactory. But at that time, for the worldly situation, I was my best. That's all I wanted to do. Not to worry about anything, not to have a house to even to pay a mortgage on, or to pay tax for my motorcycle, whether or not I pay tax on time or not. You know, when you have something, you always worry about the things that run after you. The tax, time, you know, the business, all kind of things. If you have a house and you have to worry about it, if it's leak, and then you have to keep cleaning it, you know. So truly, if I could have stayed in India, continue the life of a so-called disciple, or gone from one ashram to another, or just wander around with very little possession. I had little. I have only 2 pairs of pyjama, Punjab, and a stick, wooden stick that I found in the forest. I truly understand what the Buddha was saying, you know. The life of no burden, no regrets, no connection with anything but connected to everyone. Feel so light, so beautiful, so free. I had less than what I have now, very, very much less. As I have told you already, I could eat some chapati. I baked myself with the wood I found in the forest, dry wood, and just some water, you know, and then boil the water and drink. And sometimes I couldn't afford a samosa because I couldn't say no to myself, but otherwise I could not really afford it. I didn't have a lot of money, but I felt so good. Compared to now, physically speaking, I feel like a prisoner nowadays. Yeah, I can't go anywhere without being recognized. Even my own kitchen, you know, want my attention instead of giving me what I need. They want what they need and make trouble. Just to go near the master and want to chat, or one master to look at you, maybe touch your head, etc., etc. So much for selflessness. Selfless, you know, lecture all these years. Humans are humans, they don't change. Yeah. So now we continue with the 2 opponents. You can see the opposite, huh? You can see the opposite kind of life. Which life do you prefer? Tell me honestly. The life of a Buddha, wandering monk, or the life of the cowherd? Life of the Buddha? Yes. Really? Wow. Tough. Really? How many of you want to be like a monk, the Buddha's life? Raise hand. Okay, stay here. I will feed you and clothe you as monks. Stay. I have enough money to feed you all your life and give you 2 pairs, 3 pairs of clothes. If you stay. If you have no problem at home. If you really think you're worth it, you can stay, I don't mind. The life of monks also has tests, a lot of tests and temptations, make you fall. Not because you are bad being or humans, but your karma is calling everywhere, every step of your monkhood. Very difficult to go steady, no. The more you want to be free, the more shackles you will find. And everybody else look at your monk robe, expect things from you. Blessing, praying for them, whatever. Or looking after their cows, remember the oxen? Yeah. Or building hospital for them, etc. Like the Reverend Nun Cheng Yen in Taiwan. 17功德会, yeah. compassionate association, something like that. Yeah. They will expect a lot from you and give you nothing. Maybe a very little offering, an apple and orange, and expect you to pray for their whole family and 5, 6 generations as well. They will not just be with you, respect you, but they expect things from you. That's what makes many monks and nuns' lives difficult, because they cannot fulfill the expectations of other people who do nothing, just one thing from you. When I was invited to be an abbess in a small temple newly built in Germany, oh my God, I wish I had never accepted that invitation. They kept calling me all the time to the temple, and especially one woman. She was telling me hours on end about how her husband was unfaithful to her, blah, blah, in detail and everything. And I said, oh, okay, that's enough. I heard about that already. Could you please let me go? I have to go do so. You are not a monk. You have no compassion. You have to listen to me. You must make me feel comforted. How can you not listen to me? I am suffering, and you don't want to listen to my pain. You are no monk. You have no mercy in your heart. Blah, blah, blah. She scolded me a lot. Yeah, but after 2 hours already, same stuff. She keeps telling me how bad her husband is and how faithful she is, how much she's in love with him and he is not. So I said, you're a Buddhist. You should know sometimes karma break you up or bring you together. And when the karma is finished, then there's nothing much you can do. You should accept it, move on, maybe find another husband who is more suitable for you. No, continue her old story all the time. Every day she talked no end. And if I wanted to stop, she scolded me that I was no nun, that I had no love in my heart. Hey, she doesn't care that I have to take care of other people who come to the temple. She doesn't care that I have to do liturgy, a morning, evening service in front of the Buddha. She didn't care, I had to listen to her no matter what time, midnight, 2, 3 in the morning, Sunday, rainy day. Oh man, if any nun met this kind of lay disciple, I think she'd run away from the temple. Even if she continued to be a nun, she would hide herself somewhere. Nobody would find her. Only monkeys or rabbits, they have no problem with you. Yeah. Truly, when I live in Himalaya, some part of Himalaya, many monkeys were around. And if I had some peanuts, I gave it to them. But they never quarreled with me. They never criticized me that I had no love, that I gave them only peanuts and nothing else. No, very grateful and friendly. But if you are with another human, just one even, you will have trouble. She will make trouble for you. She will give you trouble. She will give you many pieces of her mind. So no matter if these pieces are good or not, she will make trouble. Yeah, I was in that temple in New York. I told you, huh? And there was one of the other nuns who came, and I told you about already. She disrupted herself, just very normal, didn't want to be a nun anymore, and came to my temple, stayed there. And she always wanted to talk about anything. She was very talkative compared to me, and I say, no, please go and bow to the Buddha or meditate. You know how to meditate. Yes. I have to go now meditate. Even if I went on retreat, she's like a lot of love letters under my door, complaining about anything. The whole story, always, every day. So as long as the master abbot was not in the temple, I shut myself in my room, did retreat. She still could talk through the letter, She wrote letter and slide them under the door for me every day. I can't remember what she was talking about. Yeah, this is a problem. Just one more extra ex-nun, and your life is different already. I don't know why she had to talk a lot like that. Contrary to me, before I took over this job, I didn't talk a lot. I wrote things, I read books, but I didn't talk. I didn't want to talk to anyone. And talking to them a little bit only make me feel very tired, contrary to now. Okay, we continue, huh? Do you have a bus to catch? If you have to go, you go. Don't make trouble. Your visa, your family, your debt, okay, your work, that's what makes you go. Nothing else, okay? Not me. Okay, this is a Cattleman talking again. They had a long conversation. Maybe they met each other and then talked, okay? And somebody recorded it. So the Cattleman. There are cows, young bulls, cows in calf, and breeding cows. And a great bull, the leader of the herd. So if you want to reign God, go ahead and reign. I mean, he has so many possessions. Animals were people's security in the old times. Yeah, if they had a lot of animals, it means they were well off and they were secure because the animals breed more siblings, younglings, and then they would get more and more rich and they could sell them, milk them, or do whatever, showing off. And before, in the old times, when you wanted to marry a girl, instead of, SM Celestial jewelry, you give them cows, pigs, as a dowry, Yeah. Yes or no? Yes. In Vietnam, it was like that. Also some jewelry, if you could afford it. If not, how many cows they would demand. And a mattress to sleep on. And some new clothes maybe. But cows, pigs, golds, that was the foremost demand for my daughter. Imagine that. You exchange your precious, living, human, beautiful being for some cows and feel very happy. Lucky nowadays we exchange daughters for cars, maybe, for some gold. Similar. It's like business. So don't do business in your life, in the life of your children, okay? Of course nowadays money talks, you have to have it in order to feel safe, So if you want a daughter of somebody, the father immediately asks, how much do you earn? How much can you give? How much do you have every month so that you can take care of yourself and my daughter? And maybe one boy say, about $5,000 per month. So the father is happy. Okay, for that I give you another 5,000 together, so you'll be okay then. So how do you expect to get that 5,000? Are you working in some good job? No, that is from your daughter's pocket. From her monthly allowance. Yeah. 5,000. Because the daughter of the rich family, she has her monthly allowance and that's just okay for him already. The father of the bride thought that he was working to earn that. So the Buddha says something here. There are no cows, no young bulls, no cows in calf or breeding cows, no great bull, the leader of the herd. So if you want rain God, go ahead and rain. That's even better, right? You don't have to worry whether or not the cows will have a meadow full of grass, or where to find the water for them, need to have a cowboy to tend to them, and need to tend to them when they're sick, or if too much rain, maybe they got a cold or something. Nothing to worry about. You have nothing. There was a story about a yogi. Originally, he had nothing. Like Buddha's disciples. He went out begging. Then he needed milk. For some reason, he liked milk. So he went out begging for milk every day, also for food. So one of the people said, I give you a cow. So every day you can have milk. You don't have to go out in the rain to beg for milk anymore. So the yogi thought, oh yeah, okay, why not, huh? That's convenient. Okay. So then because he had a cow, he must have somewhere to live so that he could have some grass or garden, to keep the cow before he was wandering around. So okay, somebody else gave him a grassy yard and built him a little hut to stay. And then because they built things and they brought in the utensils and all that, then he had to have somebody to wash and take care of the house. First he had the cat, and then he needed milk for the cat. And then so he had the cow, and then he had to take care of the cow, with the grass area, had to take the cow out and then he got tired. He thought he needed another person to take care of the household. He had the house now, and then the cow had to be fed, and then so on and so forth. So then he had a woman. You know the story, the rest, right? And then, of course, he had children. And that's finished. The story is finished. No, I was wrong. I mean, he is completely finished. So, the more you have, the more trouble. Yeah, sometimes because I have so many things, that sometimes I want to just leave it all, just go. With just one pair of clothes or two, in whatever small bag I can carry. That's the life I had in India for at least 2-something years. Yeah, and I was very happy. Very happy. It was a very happy time. The freest time I ever felt. So free. You just feel so light and so free. And even you find just some little wood to make a little fire with the 3 stones, and cook your own spaghetti. Oh, you feel so good. Really, you don't understand how good it feels. Like life was so free. You take care of yourself. I was very skinny then, very skinny, and the skin was so tan, so dark. If I had gone to Africa, they would have probably taken me in. Any tribe. Oh, sister, welcome. Yeah, I was that dog. Because I live outdoors, and I sat on the Ganges River to dry my clothes and myself. I just couldn't care less about sun or wind or rain. Yeah, my clothes sometimes were soaking wet. I didn't feel anything. I wasn't sick. Until I went to a warm area. Okay, now, truly, if I could live like that again, I would anytime. If I could just forget my lovely karmas. A beautiful attraction. All right. The cowhead still did not give up. He wanted to argue his case. So he said, the stakes are dug in, immovable. The new munja grass halters well woven. Not even young bows could break. So if you want rain god, go ahead and rain. Meaning he takes care of everything perfectly. Like he put the stake very deep in the ground so they can hold the grass and everything. And maybe the cow stable is very, very secure. Even young bows cannot break out or go in to mess up his secure, perfect, manicured life. So he didn't care if it rained or shine. Very good. So the Buddha said, having broken my bonds like a great bow, like a great elephant, tearing a rotting vine, I never again will lie in the womb. So if you want rain god, go ahead and rain. Meaning he will never be reincarnated again as a human. Unless he wanted to, of course, unless he wanted to. meaning he is completely free already. Nirvana is the only place to go. I never again will lie in the womb. Wow. What a nice statement, huh? Nice situation, nice state to have, spiritual state. Instead of worrying about the bull breaking out of the stable, Buddha broke his own prison, his own bondage. So he felt very, very free now indeed. Huh? He knows he's completely liberated. Wonderful. Can you say that already? Any of you? Huh? Not yet. Almost. Almost there, right? A little bit. Yeah, you will be. Okay, you can. You will. I'm sure of that, because you're very sincere. Just sooner or later. Huh? Okay, you'll be free. Completely free. If you don't commit any great sin, like slandering the Buddha, hurting the Buddha or the Sangha, or if you don't lie about your spiritual level, to cheat others, to profit yourself, or to gain the worship of your followers, for example, if you don't kill anyone or any beings, then no matter how lazy you are, I can always help you to bring you up to my house, my new house. And be vegan. Vegan, okay? Not just anything. Vegan. Make peace. All right. I guess the cowboy is dumbfounded now. He had nothing more to argue about, so he stopped. Before, he say one sentence, the Buddha say another opposite sentence, and then he opposed the Buddha again, and the Buddha had to explain again, and he opposed again and again. Now he shut up, finally. The great cloud rained down straight away, filling the lowlands and high. Hearing the rain god pour down, and Dhaniya still continue to say, oh, I thought he shut up. So Buddha has only one minute, and then he came in now, the cowboy. How great our gain that we have gazed on the Blessed One. We go to him, the one with eyes, for refuge. He's praising the Buddha now. He probably understood at last. So, may you be our teacher, great sage. He addressed the Buddha as a great sage. May you be our teacher. My wife and I are composed. Let's follow the holy life, under the one well gone. Well gone meaning the Buddha is no longer in this world, even though his physical body is still there. So he said, let's follow the holy life under the one well gone, meaning the liberated one, meaning the Buddha. So they wanted to become monk and nun together. Wow, now that's a good thing. Yeah? Gone to the far shore means liberated, yes. Of aging and death, let's put an end to suffering and stress. Meaning far away from life and death, from aging and death and suffering. Put an end to suffering as well and all the stress. They wanted to become renunciates, Buddha's monk disciples. And now what? Guess who's coming? The rain did come already. The great cloud rained down straight away, filling the lowlands and high, remember? Hearing the rain god pour down, the cowhead has said so, yeah? How great our gain that we have gazed on the Blessed One. The rain here could mean that the true teaching of the Buddha was showering on them, so awaken them, wash them out, wash away all their accumulated dust of ignorance. Okay? Yes. And then suddenly the Cattleman awakened. Yeah? So he praised the Buddha. Immediately he wanted to leave home, yeah, and lead the holy life of monkhood, yeah, and go to the far away shore, away from life, death, suffering, and stress, yeah. And then guess who's coming? Sakya, no, was Mara. Maya came in now. Oh, how? How can he be awakened so quickly? They just tended the cows yesterday and today they want to be monks. So not possible. Let's see what he said. Those with children delight because of their children. Those with cattle delight because of their cows. A person's delight comes from acquisitions. For a person with no acquisitions doesn't delight. You understand that? Oh, he say the opposite. He say, if you have children, you'll be very happy because you have children. If you have cows, you'll be happy because you have a lot of cows. So, people in this world are happy if they have some acquisitions, meaning possessions, right? They got something, so they'll be happy with that. Because if you don't have any possessions, you won't feel delighted. He wanted to ruin. You can see that, huh? He wanted to pour them back to their old habitual life. Go back to your children, your wife, your cows, your house, and stuff like that. He was still trying to tempt this couple who had already awakened and wanted to follow the Buddha and forsake every possession in the world already. And he came in. You cannot do that. Then you won't be happy. You must be happy if you have children. You'll be happy if you have cows, if you have possessions. Because the beings will not be happy without any possessions. Blah, blah, blah. So the Buddha said now, countering him, those with children grieve precisely because of their children. Oh, they make trouble sometimes. Those with cattle grieve precisely because of their cows. A lot of work. Take care when they're sick and a lot of tending. A person's grief comes from acquisitions. For a person with no acquisitions doesn't grieve. Yeah, nothing to lose. Right? Okay. End of the story for today. There's one guy who wear nothing, yeah, no shirt, no clothes, but he's always happy, yeah. And sometimes it rains, sometimes it's scorched by the sun. Some people come and say, you have hands, you have feet, you go out, do some work and then earn money so that you can put some clothes on your back and have something in your possession. Then you will be better. He said, no, I'm happy now. I'm very happy. They say, why are you happy? If you have some things, you will be happier. He said, no. If I have anything, you think I'll still be happy like now? It means he knows whatever he has will cause another trouble. It's true like that. Even if we have our clothes, the more beautiful, the more trouble. You have to take good care of it. Yeah? Luckily, I don't have to, because some experts in my company, I will send it to them, and they help me to wash, and then put it on for, I don't know what, advertisement. Must worry that. I want to buy some, for example. Otherwise, If I'm alone, I won't be wearing this. Or if I have to wash them myself, I don't think I would. It's too much trouble. My mobile home now is small. They say it's small. They told me it's made from a container and very small because I want them already. I can't have it too big. They still is too big for me. They still try to squeeze another room in front and another room on the left. The bedroom, yeah. Of course, I appreciate their kindness, yeah? I paid. I don't think I get it from them. I don't want to. So the mobile home even, they made it from container, cargo container from the ship. Yeah. Some are bigger, some smaller. They told me a cargo container. I thought it was small. Yeah. Immediately, 1 month is all done. No, and they make it bigger, and then it's 2 months, 2 months and a half. So, okay, fine, I accept it. Well, because I make a living room like a normal house, you know, and attached to it is a little kitchenette, and in the front there's a little coffee room, yeah, Japanese chair, sit on the floor drinking coffee. Yeah, if I have time to even make a coffee. They truly had no idea. All of you had no idea that I'm munching a sandwich, signing my, document at the same time, meditating while petting my pets at the same time, and washing my teeth while checking some SMTV clips at the same time. How have I even the leisure to make a coffee, sit there and sipping like a princess? So that room is a waste, but I can't take it off. It's attached just like you cannot free yourself from your husband. You're attached to each other by some invisible cement, yeah? So I don't blame you. My house, I cannot detach that part. Of course I can. I have to call experts to come in, pour away the wall, that piece of roof, and then seal it all back again. It would take another month, you know, with all the mess to clean up and everything to fix it back again. Because I have to make a balcony, and then you have to take balcony away first and wrap it back again. Oh my God! So I say, forget it, fine. And then make a bedroom also. Bedroom with a, I say, well, you call it queen size bed maybe? Not a king size though, but it must be a queen size. They think I'm a queen, so I deserve a queen size bed. I lied on it once. It's truly comfortable. It's the best bed you can have. Beautiful sheets and satin like linen. When I came, it was still hot, and you lie in this cool sheet, you know, and cover yourself with this satin. I didn't cover it myself. I was worried I would go to sleep because it's too comfortable. Okay, I left it there for a couple of weeks. I didn't know what to do with it. I just lied it once, and it's too comfortable. Very comfortable. I'm worried. The Buddha said, you don't lie on high and wide bed. And I was thinking I have to study that why first before I really sleep on that bed. It's very comfortable how they make the bed. The room is small, but the bed is big. And even, yes, a little sofa, small reading chair and a table. Very nice. Truly very nice. Very simple, yeah, but nice. And then before I went to sleep, I immediately had to jump out of the bed. You know, I have a lot of work to do. If I lie there, I will sleep maybe forever and go to Nirvana as well. So after moving all my dresses and stuff, you know, into the new house, I was still thinking where to put it. First, I put them in the new cave, yeah. And then later, I say it's too far away from the main house, you know. I can't afford to keep running back and forth. And maybe I forget the lipsticks, or I just draw only one eyebrow and forget the other. Then I have to run again to the cave to get a pencil. Yeah? And if the pencil is broken, then I have to, etc. Yeah. And the bathroom is in the middle, you know, and so if I go in and out, and if I wear this kind of beautiful dress, the rain will rain in. I cannot say, go ahead and rain, God. You know, I'm going to the meditation hall now, just rain, you know. Yeah. It's so very inconvenient, yeah, because my time is really very tight. So I took out the bed, with some a little regret, I have to confess, because I tried once, a few minutes, and it's really comfortable. For a long time, I didn't have this kind of comfortable physical feeling, especially when you're older and your bones kind of don't stay where they're supposed to stay. So in such a bed, it's really regulated, very comfortable. So I was also afraid that I would be too comfortable. Because if I'm too comfortable, I might not be able to remember other people who don't have enough comfort. So out it went, out, yeah. And then I put all my dresses and everything in there, next to my working office. So it's convenient, because I work sometimes and then I take a little break or something. Then in those few minutes, I can go and arrange my things, because it was not arranged when it first came. It was all in suitcases and bags. So it was very convenient. They moved all the things in a long time ago, but because it's in a cave far away, and when I work, and in just a few minutes, I can just go there and then come back again to work, and But if it's next to my little office room, the office is about 2 by 2, about the size of this platform. And next to it is a room a little bit bigger, and I put all my dresses and things I need there. Yeah, very convenient. And in no time, I fix it. I can arrange everything. Before, it's been laying there too long. Because out of sight, out of mind, I'm too lazy to go. Originally, I wanted to live in the cave. That's why I brought all the things there. But then the dogs are with me. In the cave, there's less room with all the dresses and table, makeup table and hats and shoes. Is not enough room for dogs and me. So I thought, okay, I have to sacrifice the cave. The mobile home is good. It's just that they make it too big. I mean, it's not big. It's good. Actually, it's not very big. Just it is good for dogs to also be in there. In the beginning, when I came, it was all empty. Even the small room looked very big. Yeah, and the Japanese room is also about this big. The desk here, the platform here, about that big. It's a nice house, actually. Truly, it's just that I really feel like I should just live in a small cave or room somewhere. They cheated me, They told me just a small mobile home container, master, just a container. So I thought like the container we had before, small and simple. But they made it into like a house. It looks like a country house, very nice. Yeah, they put a roof on top of it. So it made it like a real house. The container is only square, and maybe rectangular. But they put a roof on it. And they cut the wall to make a house and windows. Yes, and inside they made some padding or some kind of, looks like column, Roman columns. Italian. A half and patted on it. It looked like a very a good house. Not quite rich, but very decent. Well decorated, yes. Okay, now you know my secret. So the rain God can rain. I go. Did you eat already? Oh, you did, right? Oh, I came late, right? You enjoyed?
Yeah. Spoiled us.
Oh, spoil you. Oh, never mind. We have money, okay? Food I can afford. Food and simple clothes, yes. So even in my house I have only the dressing room, I reserve it for the dogs anyway, yes. So my bedroom is out. My bed is out. So I just have a little corridor to walk in and out to choose a dress, that's all. I feel very happy, very compact. The dogs are there, dresses are there, the kitchen is there, sofa. I just, have a small sofa. You can put it up like a sofa, or you can open it, and it becomes like a little bed, yes. But that bed you have to be careful, because the 4 legs are on one side, and the one that will open up has no legs. If you're not careful, the sofa will be on top of you instead of of you on top of the sofa. My dog had that happen, and he was sandwiched in between. He was so scared. The big dog, he's too heavy, He just turned around, If you sleep on this stable side with the four legs, and you may just put an arm on the other side, or a leg on the other side, or lean a little bit. But if you completely roll over to the other side, then the sofa will sandwich you. It claps back, Or you'll be under the sofa instead of you on top. Yeah, but I'm skillful. I have skillful means. Okay? All right, guys. Everything is good now, huh? Yes. So I say the dresses are there, the dogs are there, food come every day, so rain God, if you want, go ahead and rain. I feel a little bit more settled now. When I first came, so many bags, so many suitcases, and I had to do it myself, I don't want anybody else to do it for me, because then I might not be able to find what I want, Number one. Number two, I prefer to do things myself. Before, I would be happy to have helpers. Nowadays, I know the truth. People bring not just their physical strength to help you. They bring their stacks of karmas. Oh, you have no idea. If you knew, you'd be very scared. That's why many rich people or the king and big politicians, they don't fare very well because they have too many helpers and they didn't know about the karmic consequences. You truly don't know. Some people bring you marital problems. Some people bring you gossiping problems. Your reputation problems. Some people bring you any other misfortune that you don't even know. Because if you're famous and loved, you also have enemies and foes, and they gossip and they tell people things that are not true about you. And you know that over the years, especially the Taiwanese, they should know better. And then one of these guys, always whenever I'm with him, I will have problems with the police. Even I drive my own car, suddenly some other car, and then we would have some problems, and I would have to go to the police, and fingerprints, mugshot, until it's clear up. Or they come search my house because, no end. Or I will have enmity from the neighbor, one guy, another guy, always. And until I find out nowadays, it's kind of so many. I cross so many out of my list, and mostly I do everything myself, except now I'm too busy to cook for myself. Otherwise, I would also. I have people who can help me, but I do whatever I can. Only when I cannot, like heavy furniture, then I have to call somebody to help me. Because you don't know, people bring you a lot of garbage. And some people even maybe admire you too much. And then it becomes more like physical. And then if they cannot have you, they have you in their mind and all kind of thing and make you sick. Make you even have stomach pain and headache. You have no idea. And they don't look the part. They don't look it. So you cannot have any suspicion. They all look very good. I also was on the internet all over, all kind of names I don't even know. Only when somebody told me, then I knew. I said, oh yeah, really? That's that. What can I do? Nowadays we have internet. Anybody can say anything on the internet. And I don't have time to trace them or to defend myself. I have no time. I don't even know all of them. Sometimes the so-called disciples, they know it and they try to take it off, But already some people know. And whatever is written already on like newspapers, or television is archived. It won't go away. It will stay there. And then other people may go to the library, read it or see it, and they believe what is printed. They don't know me. They believe what is there on the newspaper. Even if it's already clear, but some people do not know. You cannot clear everybody. Like 100 people read that newspaper before, and only some will read again the next few days or the next week. And then they still think bad about whoever is blemished on there. Yeah. Nowadays, our world is very advanced, but also there are disadvantages. You know, people can just do anything. They don't care about the consequences, the karma. They don't even know about it. So it's very difficult for any good person to sometimes defend themselves. Very difficult. Especially we practitioners, we cannot sue anybody. I don't anyway. Yeah, I don't. Also, I don't have time. Even if I wanted to sue somebody to clear my name, I must also have time. So don't be too proud if you have a lot of servants in your house. You never know. Sometimes suddenly you have problems, you have disaster. It could be caused by their karma. And some people bring disaster into your life. They don't look at it. They're very diligent and working. They don't know. Some people bring it into my life. That's why I know. Your life I cannot trace and tell you, but my life I know. So many problems. That's because of the so-called helpers around. Some people bring problems with the police, so even if I can drive well, suddenly I have an accident, for example, like that. So police have to come. Or my car breaks down or something like that, and I have no choice but to stay there to wait for the police with all kinds of information, etc., etc. And maybe the opponent makes trouble and wastes a lot of time. And some people come, even sometimes they practice, but they don't practice very well. And their hormones override them and also make trouble for me. Yeah. Maybe not physically, or sometimes even physically. You know, I give you headache and stomach pain. It's too vicious, too zealous, you know. You cannot always defend or do anything against such an invisible attack, especially when you did not expect it. And sometimes some people come and then cause you a lot of, reputation loss, yes, or money loss, a house or land loss. It happened to me over these years. I cannot remember everything. Yes. Money loss, okay. Land loss is not bad. But reputation loss is sometimes really big. Not because of my name, but it hinders my work, making a lot of people misunderstand me and make a lot of trouble for disciples as well, for my work. But you can avoid all this if you are a master. I mean, if you're a true master, there's nothing you can do about it. Unless you don't want any disciples. Oh, very few, you know, like Bodhidharma, 5. The other just followers, 5 disciples. Yeah. Many masters didn't have a lot, didn't have. They don't want to, they know. Just troublemakers. It's okay to have disciples, to help them, but some they don't practice at all. They just want to come and stick around because they have nothing better to do. They just want to be the clown, you know, just to bother, yeah, and bring their bad energies inside your house, your ashram, and then sometimes make you lose your control also, yeah. And then people would think, oh, what a bad master, huh? Yelling like that. But in India, they don't care about this. In India, if a master yells at them, they say, we know, you're trying to yell at us or to fool us so that we think you're bad, so that we can leave you. We won't leave you. They know all these tricks already, Indian people. Right? Right, Indians? Tika? Yeah, correct, right? Tell me.
They don't care all these things, whatever the papers and the TV tells.
Yeah.
Even my previous master has got big problem in 2012.
What did they do? What did he do? He didn't do anything.
No, he didn't do. He has his disciples, some of his disciples built some houses over there nearby, houses like a villa.
Gave him houses.
No, and they are selling to outside people, whoever wants to stay nearby. Like, in our ashram is there, outside nearby, some other disciples wants to buy a house and they can live there and come to ashram regularly.
Yes.
Like that, the other disciples, some group of disciples did that. So he got bad reputation because he's doing that real estate business. All his, fame gone away, and TV and newspapers has made big mess
Just
for
because
him.
some disciple bought some house nearby him?
The group of people make a real estate business out of it.
Oh.
His disciples.
Thinking that the master was making business.
Yeah, and the newspaper, TV made him big mess.
What for he care about
Yeah, this
houses?
master is behind all of this real estate business, all that.
No need. If he wants, the disciple will offer how much money he wants, how much he wants. He doesn't have to make business. If you're famous master, you can ask disciples to donate all the time. I'm the only one who doesn't ask. Oh, not the only one, but I'm the one of those who doesn't ask. But if you're famous, like her master, for example, and in India, they follow all the time. And they give him anything he wants. Build houses, a palace for him if he wants. So he has no need to make any business.
The master didn't have any problem. He didn't have any profit out of it. But
of course.
because of the other
Because
disciples,
of that,
the group of disciples,
his bad name.
he got bad name. And we are also stuck in that real estate business.
Yeah, I know.
We bought houses and we were
Oh
stuck in
man,
it.
what for? Does he need that? He doesn't need anything. If he just say one word, he will have millions in no time. Yes. In India, there's a beautiful holy woman guru. She only hugs people. People give her millions. Yeah. She didn't even ask for it. And she uses it just to donate out again, to build houses for her disciples. These people, they don't need money. They don't care. Yeah, they see through or whatever illusions of this world. So that's wrong. The people should know. If he's so famous, he doesn't need to make business anymore. Okay, you know already. Yeah. It's similar things all the time that happen to me. Yeah. And worse, yeah. That is why I told you before, don't just drag anybody into our group just because you want to have more disciples. You have to watch them if they're good or not, if they're really pure and sincere. Don't drag them in just for the crowd's sake, Just make me more trouble and make you more trouble. Yeah, what to do, yeah. Even when I first met the vice president of Taiwan, the former vice president, she came to visit me for the first time. And she told our disciples, she said, I knew her too late. I mean, she understood too late that I am not what other people said about me, bad things about me, and she knew too late. And afterwards, she went out talking for me like my spokesperson. At that time, I had not even met her yet. Yes. So one time she came here and she told me, many people also attack her, hinder her other work for Taiwan. So I said to her, you know already, good people, good people often have this kind of treatment. And she said, she knows my example. I don't feel too bad, not really that bad, yes. I just feel sorry that people can be so blind, deaf and dumb. Have eyes, how come don't see? Have brains, why cannot analyze and see the truth and the logic? The Maya, casts a curtain on everybody. They are just victims also. It's not just I the victim or your master victim, but those who blemish your master, other master's name also are victims. Victim of gossip, victim of Maya, victim of sometimes of their own jealousy or ignorance. Yes. Even among my own disciples, sometimes if I have two people work for me, If this thing I like the other better or use him more, then also jealousy comes out. It's very difficult for me to keep somebody long because of jealousy, because of misunderstanding, because of ignorance or low-level thinking. Yeah. Okay. That is that. If you please go down and sit below there, I meditate with you for a while and then I won't walk over your head. You sit where you are, only the middle, just one little catwalk for me, yeah? You can sit around here, huh? Yeah. We meditate for a while, yeah, symbolic. Then I go back and do my work. I still have a lot of work every day. The reason I told you that I have a lot of work and I have no time is so that you know, so that you don't feel like, Master, why you don't sit with us? Why don't be with us longer? Why don't come eat with us? Why this, why that? Huh? All right. Light off, everything off, camera off.